How's everybody doing today? Good, because your girl is back with another quick video. You guys, if you're ready for this video, you better come on in this kitchen. So guys, what we have here is a nice cut of, oh, I'm sorry, I move you guys. Okay, so what we have here is a nice cut of corned beef. Yes, we have a brisket. Okay, and it's a flat cut that I picked up from Sam Club. And we're going to turn this $10 meal into something exciting. Now, typically, the average person sometimes cooks corned beef and cabbage on St. Patrick's Day. Well, your girl is cooking it on this Sunday, and I'm going to enjoy it. And yes, you guys, I am going to bring out the best in this brisket right here. So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to wash it, and I'm going to show you guys the seasoned pack. Okay, and to this recipe, we're going to add some carrots, and we're going to add our cabbage, you guys. Our cabbage, and we're going to just use simple ingredients around the kitchen on this recipe. So let me get started by rinsing this corned beef. So we have rinsed off our corned beef, and I have it right here. Now the first step to me, and I don't know if you guys do this, but I always put a pre-boil on my corned beef. I always put a pre-boil. Now, I know I still left fat right here, but that's just to help work in the juices, you guys. But we're going to put that on in here, and we're going to cover it. And our seasoned pack is basically the only thing we're really going to need in this corned beef and cabbage recipe. But I may put a little more black pepper or, you know, but definitely no salt at all. I will not add any salt in this recipe. Why? Because corned beef sometimes comes a little salty, and you really doesn't know it until you actually boil it. But that's the reason why I put a pre-boil on it, and I give it a rinse so that it will not be as salty. You guys, you know, some people say, hey, I enjoy it that way. You can if you don't have issues, okay? And, you know, I'm going to say it's always best to put a pre-boil on it, because I used to work for a corned beef sandwich spot, and we always put a pre-boil and we rinse it. Then we restart it and add our seasoning pack, because this is where your flavor is, this little pack right here. So we'll be back once this comes to a pre-boil and I have re-rinsed it and started it again. Okay guys, as you see, we have started this to boil on the first boil. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this corned beef out. You guys, let me get something. And I'm going to clean this pot to get all of this residue out. As you guys can see, I'm going to take this out, and I'm going to trim some of this fat right here off. Okay guys, as you see, I have already cut and got some of the corned beef already cut up, because this is the quickest way to have corned beef and cabbage. Now it's on you what size you want, and I'm just gonna roughly chop in here, because this corned beef is definitely not done. As you guys see, I did a pre-boil, and yeah, this is how we're gonna cook our corned beef and cabbage. Quick and simple. You can actually put this in here like this and let it shred its way, because it will break up. Oh Lord, corned beef over the table. We're going to give those a rinse, because we're not throwing that away. This is the fat I have taken off. I'm just chopping it to downsize it, that's all. To help it break down as it boils. I think those pieces is alright. So meantime, I'm gonna rinse this off and I mean not rinse this off, but get this over in the pot. Okay, let's put our corned beef back in. Now we're gonna let that go ahead and cook. Where's our little seasoning pack? Gonna put our little seasoning pack in here. Just like so. We're gonna put our greens of our cabbage right in here. Because greens take a little longer, the green leaves take a little longer to cook than the actual cabbage itself. So we're gonna let that come to a boil. And yeah, we'll be right back. Because I never put the seasoning that I'm gonna add in here until I see a boil. Okay, so we got these to cooking. We don't want it to slip off. Now, our next move is we're gonna put some of this cabbage on in here. I like to have mine finely chopped a little bit, you know. I'm gonna put all of this cabbage in here. And we're gonna let that cook on down. Don't forget to wash your cabbage. That one's up under the eye. Make sure you at all times. Meantime, I'm going to cut up these. I don't want them to be this wide. I want them to be split, you know. Because carrots is good, not every now and then to put in there. Okay guys, so as you see I gave it a stir. And I'm going to add my carrots in just like that. And now we're going to get our seasoning out. And I think I'm going to go with a little crushed peppers. Now, keep in mind I said no salt because you got to make sure that corned beef, this is black pepper. We're just going to add us a little onion powder. And a little green seasoning. And that is it. That is all I'm going to add onto this recipe, you guys. And we're going to let this go and do its thing. And we'll be back when this pot is done. You guys, now there you have it. A good old pot of corned beef and cabbage, you guys. Let me move you guys back a little bit. Good old pot of corned beef and cabbage, you guys. Quick, easy, and simple. You don't see residue or none of that. Good old-fashioned southern recipe. Made easy. And yeah, our meat is done. So you guys, oh, it's hot. You see, it's done. As soon as I can. It's not salty. Hey guys, this is so delicious. Right amount of heat. And you know, to this recipe, you guys, you can add a little jerk seasoning. Take it up a whole notch. But anywho, I am going to get ready to close this video straight out. I just wanted to bring you guys quick and simple, easy way to cook some corned beef and cabbage.